Well, where to begin with this one? Not a big fan of the AZ guy here, or Heel versus Bubba Face, as he's more well known in YouTube circles. And I had the distinct displeasure of trying to give this guy a chance talking on the EFAP podcast, his various tweets, and invariably, he's pretty remarkably stupid. Now, granted, give him some points. He at least reads a few comics, unlike a lot of these other grifters who don't seem to know anything about comic book culture. So he has a little bit of credibility. And currently, he's a lackey for Eric Delay, getting on his knees and pumping out what he considers fictions. Yeah, not a good writer, not a good podcaster. But apparently, he loves the black man. Now, if you know, as his content, he usually demonizes black people, black women, black men. He just sees a black face and he says, "Woke!" and starts panicking like a little girl. So, out of nowhere, apparently, he's worried that the black man is not being included in Gunn's DCU, even though they've got a black Green Lantern coming up. They had Mr. Terrific, who was black, etc., etc. Yeah, not clear if we can trust him. So, anyway, put out a tweet thinking he was saying something, but he didn't say anything. So he's like, "This is Cyborg in the DCU. What's with this Bordeaux B word? Cyborg? Cyborg?" Obviously, the joke is I think he thinks that Cyborg, who is usually represented as a black male, right? If you've seen the Snyder Cut, you know what I'm talking about. So he's usually depicted as a black man, but instead we see, a vaguely white woman called Bordeaux. So I guess he thought they were race swapping or changing the real Cyborg for Bordeaux, and no, Bordeaux's her own character. Like, yes, we do have a character called the Cyborg, but there are cyborgs in the DC universe. So because she was identified as a cyborg, he leapt to, oh, they're race gender swapping the real cyborg, the black man. Right. So anyway, after being exposed as an idiot, as they explained to him, this is not that cyborg. It's just another cyborg. You can have other cyborgs in the DCU. He got real mad and said, "Ha ha ha! Guntards got so effing mad that making a decision between a cyborg and cyborg brought them to community notice. Superman sucked. Peacemaker is dog. Have a nice day. Double X." Well, that's not even true. I saw his review of Superman. It wasn't that good, but he conceded it had a few good scenes. They had some good things. He liked David Cornswood. But yes, he was very disappointed. He didn't say it was total garbage, though. So now apparently it is total garbage because some of the gun people fact checked him. They weren't even being mean, but they were like, yeah, bro, you got it all wrong. They're not changing or touching even Cyborg. It's just a character that happens to be a cyborg. It's a female character who is called a cyborg. That's it. No need to get excited. Maybe Peacemaker is bad, but calm down. And Heather Feather basically got it right. Kind of seems like you got something wrong, namely trying to get people into a panic over Cyborg, the black man, got corrected, and are now coping. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And then someone added, "Aren't you the 40-year-old thumb that cried about pronouns that one time?" Yeah, he's world famous. He got upset over freaking pronouns in a video game and went on this epic rant, and he's been clipped ever since. Someone adds, "You made a mistake. It's all right, man. It happens. I wouldn't go so far to call people Gunner Tard or even suggest that the reason why anyone said anything is strictly because they're a fan of Gunn. For me, it's just a comic book thing. In my perception, you were just assuming she was Cyborg with a capital C, since that's what it says instead of it was just being what she is, which I can see how you would come to that conclusion because she's kind of obscure." Yeah, I mean, there was a little bit of a deep cut. I mean, Gunn is changing a lot. Right. But sometimes when he pulls a reference, it is a very deep reference. So it's not like it didn't happen or it didn't exist. It's just, that's a really obscure comic book. Not everybody read that comic book. So you're like, okay. So again, he's read a good deal of DC Comics, but clearly he's just read his favorite comics, is not a genuine comic book expert like myself. Because you could have just Googled this in 3 seconds and realized, no, Bordeaux is a character. She has her own history. It's just he wasn't keeping up to date. The problem is he does put himself out as an expert, saying, "I'll nail my movies and I'll nail my comics. They're destroying more content with them blacks and gays." Uh huh. Uh huh. Uh huh. Nah, nah. You just got it wrong. He just got it wrong. He just leapt to this weird conclusion because he just saw a woman. It's a woman called Cyborg. Say, "Hey, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to destroy my men." Now, usually he's upset that the white man missing, but this time it was a black man. But he didn't say, "Yeah, that's still a man. I'm getting nervous. I'm losing my men's." Even though the Superman movie had tons of men. But apparently they weren't manly, masculine man enough, taking off their t-shirts and rubbing their, what? Their big abs? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But we can't avoid the obvious that, yeah, he is, he's got a certain brand where he goes a little panicky over any woman showing up anywhere. He's just, no. It's the woke woman's again. Uh-huh. So little movie perp responded, "I heard the women in your community make fun of you behind your back. LOL, I know why now." Probably talking about Anna, the Star Wars girl. Like, it's very weird. Like, Nerdrotics and those racist morons, they do have some women in their community. Not exactly the best looking women or even the smartest women, but they do have a few women here and there. So apparently, secretly, the rumor is, yeah, they all think he's an idiot. None of them are attracted to him. None of them think he's really all that interesting or intelligent. And he is basically just an ape creature. I mean, he's not there for his opinions. He's just there to be reliably like, Gary won't say it, but I'll say it. The white man is being destroyed. And then Nerdrotics like, he'll nod along. But don't worry, Nerdrotics is outright racist too, but not as consistently as racist as AZ, which is why the black man ERIC JULY hired him, I guess. So it's like, how could he be racist? He's my friend. Yeah, and he's like, how can I be racist? My friend is ERIC JULY. He's a fake fan too. Right. It could be you're both fake and you're both morons. But someone really trying to save him, and this is just insane. To use a secondary cyborg who is female is literally the very essence of gender swaps. You can refer to a 2-year failed comic run of comics as much as you like. I'm still not going to watch James Gunn DC. So Gunn did use a canonical character. The canonical character was a woman. The woman was a cyborg. And it's gender swapping the more famous, usual Justice League cyborg because I said so. Like, we have no clue what James Gunn is going to do with that version of Cyborg, right? It's fair to say Ray is very loyal to Zack, so it's unlikely we're going to see that version of Cyborg. Clearly. However, strictly speaking, we only have Superman and Peacemaker Season 2. We don't know what they got planned for Black Cyborg. Maybe Bordeaux is replacing him. We just don't know. He just jumped to the conclusion, Gunn is taking away my man. Yeah, he's destroying my white man. He's destroying my black man. He's just destroying men in generals. Like, Superman's this radical feminist propaganda piece. And listen, I am very mixed on Superman, and it does definitely have some pro-feminist messages, but it's not like that. I mean, it's like, every day, they destroy my white man. I can't even have a black man now. They're all women's. Bro, what are you talking about? It's just a female character. You just panicked over nothing. You're just being an idiot. I mean, I get it. This is his brand, hating women, but it's like, really, give it a rest. Calm down, you moron. We finished with a final tweet, which has a Goodfellas gif, which really is insane. It's insane. You're right. You can't fix stupid. Only a stupid person heard them say cyborg and thought she was the cyborg rather than a cyborg. The meaning seemed pretty clear to me when I watched it. AZ is just an idiot, and so are you. Yeah, that's it's hard to get around that. And someone even in the N-word. He's been in the comics for years and years, stupid at N-word. I don't know the cyborg in particular, so I don't know. How long has she been here? Apparently she's been here a while. What is really ironic is this guy is that guy that will get mad and say, I've read my comics. You wokos haven't read the comics. And he's correct. Many wokos have not read any comics. They're complete fake fans. But now this is being pulled on him, and he's kind of stuck. It's like, clearly he's read a few comics, and that's about it. He's read a few comics. He definitely was a dedicated fan of some things, like Batman. But this is something he just doesn't know anything about, instead of just being truthful and saying, okay, I really don't know. We'll have to say neutral. Nope, It's like, eh, they replaced the black man. And it's like, there's no evidence of a race or gender swap or anything. It's two separate characters. Gunn just decided to have this female cyborg appear. That's it. You just panicked over nothing. You just ran with this fake Woko panic based on nothingness. Being stupid.